Welcome back, terrestrials. In this episode, we're covering Terrifier 2. There's your break, Jerry.
Yeah.
Um, so we decided Terrifier 2 for which category?
Gore.
Gore?
Gore. I
Yeah,
mean, yeah.
yeah,
Just because we haven't done Terrifier 2 yet. It's been out for a year.
yeah. And
Yeah.
it's pretty gory. Uh,
That's a
so
gory movie.
yeah. All right. So obviously, if we're talking about Terrifier 2, we have to recap how we both gave Terrifier 1 5 stars.
Right.
Amazing movie, great piece of work.
Yeah, we enjoyed Terrifier 1.
Right.
Terrifier
So
1's a great movie.
right.
And I'm gonna take the reins and go, okay, Jacob, we stand before the crossroads. Either A, is Terrifier 2 a good movie because it's different? Or is Terrifier 2 miss the mark because they didn't do the same thing? Like what would have like you have two ideas. Like
Yeah,
one,
they didn't do the same thing.
they didn't do the same thing. They tried to
No,
create,
something
Nightmare on Elm
else.
Street 2
Yeah,
or Friday the 13th part 2. It's a
yeah,
different idea. It's a new
yeah,
idea. Does
yeah,
it make the movie less though?
yeah,
It
yeah.
but
This movie, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. This movie is not good. This movie is not enjoyable. This movie is a travesty compared to the first one. Like overall, the movie's still good, like to watch, but they fucked this up so hard because I found myself sitting there watching bad acting,
yeah.
bad writing,
Hmm.
uh, boring characters, just to see art cut somebody up.
Right.
I had to
And
endure 90% or 80% of this movie for the 20% of him killing.
right.
Terrifier 1, Halloween night, drunk girls, building,
It's the
hell
end of the
on earth,
movie.
hell on earth for the full rest of the movie.
Right.
There's like
It
there's 15-20 minutes of setup and then just he's attacking
right.
them. This
We
one,
build our characters
yeah,
quick.
this one, yeah, they're not even really characters. Like they're just this hoe and that hoe because
Yeah,
you
but I
don't
know
really
who
get
they
any.
are
Yeah,
just by
but you
the
don't get any
simple reaction.
backstory.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but you don't get any backstory. They're not like this isn't all happening for some reason. Like this one, they fucked up. They made a family his target instead of at random.
cannon fodder.
Yeah,
They created
basically
all of these superficial characters just to do uh, like
to be murdered.
extreme like moments.
And they
That's
don't
all it
need
is.
that. They don't need that.
No,
Look at the guy in the Halloween store. Perfect. Brutally murdered him. I don't need to know his name,
no,
his address. I don't like the family. Putting the family in there was such a bad idea because it took away from what made the first one so great.
right.
He's trying to shove a story in there to give art this thing, to give art this reason. That's not who Art was. He just picked people and killed them.
Right.
Like they're trying to make this connection between Electric Sword Wizard and Art
Yeah, yeah.
and the girl's dad somehow knew Art with no, like no. I don't
Mm.
even care if you find out that the girl's dad is Art. Like I don't care if
Right.
that's the
She's
end
already
result.
slated for Terrifier 3. So,
Yeah, like I don't care. I don't want that. I wanted art to be brutal for an hour on the screen with very little setup, very little character like depth. Just like this whole movie, and it sucks, man, because
let me play a scenario. Okay. Because
does it involve Terrifier 2? Because I don't like it.
It's about Terrifier 2. That's what we're
Yeah.
doing, Jacob. Okay, unless you're just stars. Want to do stars now and stuff, and you can go just
No,
lay down,
I got plenty
go
more.
take a nap and stuff. It sounds like you need a nap. No,
I got plenty more
yeah,
grapes.
but
So
okay, we're playing a scenario. Okay, so the part of the movie that I really enjoy is that end half, and I was like, why do I enjoy the end half? I'm talking about the point where she gets to the abandoned carnival ride,
mhm.
basically. It's like, oh, because yeah, it's the first movie. Like that whole end,
Yeah,
minus the,
right.
she grows wings and
Yeah,
sword and
yeah.
minus that stuff, is because we put our characters, two very similar characters in as in the
Mhm.
first movie.
Mhm.
Um, but we put them in that scenario. We put them in, arts world, we'll call it, um, great set design, great
Yeah,
everything, but
right.
it's the only time in the movie where it kind of picks up. Everything else feels like,
No, it's the
oh,
only
okay,
time in the movie that it feels Terrifier.
it feels terrifying. Yeah. I just feel like I try to give this new direction, like no, really enjoy it. Okay, what's the dream about? And
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like they came up with ways for art to be brutal and like also it be shocking because it's supposed to be
right,
like a shooting on a kid's TV show.
right.
No, no, have him go into a daycare and murder kids. Like, just like set him loose.
Right.
that's what his purpose is. Like they don't need this like vendetta and like
Yeah.
somehow there's a storyline where they intertwine and it was fate for them to have to battle and derpa derpa der.
Oh,
No.
like in my world, you could have had like a group of those kids. Okay. Like, hey, we're going to go to the abandoned Halloween attraction. It's
Yeah.
really spooky and it's really
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah,
15 minutes. 15 minutes, guys. It's the pizza shop all over again and stuff.
exactly.
And then they go in there and, two of them go off to go and we're going to go have sex.
Yeah,
And then the
right.
rest of them are like, "Ooh, we're going to do the fucking Molly and whatnot."
Yeah.
And yeah, and they're drinking. And then Art, this is Art's home basically. And
Yeah.
okay, round two,
Yeah,
fight,
exactly.
and it would have,
Exactly.
but I would be afraid that the director would go, but it's just the first one again, just vamped up. It's like, yeah, it worked for Evil Dead too.
Yeah, yeah, that's what we want to see.
Right,
That's what we want. I
right,
don't need Marvel to start making appearances in the Terrifier movies.
right.
Now, with that bitching said, the things that were really good about this movie were I liked seeing art in the real world, just like washing his clothes, reading a paper.
Yeah, I like
That
that.
shit was fucking hilarious to me. Um, it does bring up another point though, within that. The guy wakes up and sees Art laughing with the newspaper
Hmm.
and just Art, which means that girl is a figment of Art's imagination,
Yes.
the main character, and the boy with the stupid face. All three of them can see her, but
Yeah.
nobody else can.
Yeah, basically.
That's very strange to me. I don't under why can those three see her?
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. They're connected somehow, and it's fucking annoying. They should have went with your idea. Just let some teenagers loose
Mm.
in the carnival, in the old carnival, and let him go crazy.
Right.
Like,
Like it's such like, because I think the problem, really the big problem that we have to discuss, is the first movie, shoestring budget, real simple. How do you make a good horror movie? And they did it. And now they have money, and it's
yeah,
like,
I
okay,
feel like
let's,
this one was still shoestring budget. Like, I mean,
I
think about
don't
how long this took to come out.
like, oh
They've been
yeah,
working on this for years, and
yeah,
it was
thanks
mostly,
Screenbox.
yeah,
Fucking threw
uh,
them like $25 or
yeah,
something.
same. same.
But
Um, but yeah, like I don't know that it was. I think the next one will have more money, and
the
there,
Christmas one, yeah.
this one will make or break the franchise right now. Like if they don't fuck around, because the first one's a masterpiece. This one is really shaky. And if they fuck around and do the same thing again and try to push this storyline even more, and it's not somehow incredible,
Right.
then it's done. Like I'll keep watching them as long as they come out. Don't get me
Of
wrong,
course. Of
but
course.
like I did not enjoy this one as much.
Okay. Like I think I'll disagree with that it did feel a lot more money. If you look at the
Okay.
props and their kills and how they're done, there was a lot more than sawing a woman in half that, like you can tell, like, okay, that's real. Oh no, she's rubber.
Yeah.
Someone's cutting up their sex doll now.
Yeah. Yeah.
um but the simplicity of what the first movie brought in, and now they have the money to do like whatever. Like they spent way too much time with friend that was handing out trick or treat candies,
Mhm.
and like there was way too much. Like that was an and then kill. It's like he'll cut
Yeah.
her arm off, and then he'll stab her, and then he'll put salt on her, and then he'll rip her face
But
off,
that shit
and
was
then
awesome. That was so necessary at that point. You're right, the character might not have been necessary, but that kill was so necessary at that point because that's the only reason I kept watching the movie. That's when it started
yeah,
to
but
ramp up and you're like, "Oh shit, all right, here we go." Because if that's in the middle of the movie, I can't wait to see what's next.
right.
You know what I mean? Like,
But you look at like Tara from the first one,
mm,
okay? How does she die? He shoots her in the face. Like it's just a simple, but it means more because we're
but she doesn't
invested. Huh?
she doesn't die. She's
No, no,
in the
no. We
second one.
don't. The sister doesn't die. Tara
Oh,
is
oh, oh, the main character.
the
See,
main character who
I
we're
don't know their
following,
names.
and then all of a sudden Art shoots her in the leg. She falls down, and then he just walks up and
Yeah.
puts one in her face. And it's just like, ooh, someone just broke the code. Like Freddie and Jason and Michael are sitting there like,
It's a red herring of a final girl.
you gotta be fucking kidding me. You mean we could have done that the whole time? Just
Yeah.
shoot him in the fucking face? Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, yeah, he's definitely not out of the realm, but like he enjoys the work so much
right.
that he doesn't want to cheapen it.
Right. But like, yeah, you look at like that kill, and yeah, it is very gory and very extreme, but they could have just simplified some of the kill. The guy in the Spirits Halloween store,
Yeah.
very simple,
Mhm,
very good. I thought
mhm.
the the guy in the first kill, the
The
doctor from the first movie that
mhm,
carried over,
mhm.
I thought that was pretty good, and it ends
Yeah.
with a good art moment with the eyeball,
Mhm.
even though how did he grow his eye back? Because if you
Yeah.
look, he still has an eye.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, that one and the simplicity of the guy at the laundromat, like
Yeah,
you got those because those are body count kills. Those are
right,
pushing his numbers up. Then you get to see him work
right.
because obviously the boy with the dumb face and his sister aren't going to die. So
Yeah,
you have to have somebody die brutally.
yeah,
Hence
all
the
in her
blonde
dream, and
hence
yeah,
the blonde chick from the first one getting sawed in half.
right,
Like that was the brutal kill. They just ramped this one up.
right,
Then you see the mom, it cuts to him with her head.
right,
Like you don't really see him fuck the dumb faced boy's mom up too bad.
right. Yeah,
Like
he
it's
just
pretty
shoots her in the
quick.
face with a shotgun.
Right. It's just pretty quick.
Right,
And so like those are the body count kills, and then you have to have that brutal moment,
right.
which was the friend, because they can't die at the end.
Yeah. Okay.
So
And but once more, all of this could have just taken place inside that
I agree.
beautifully decorated haunted place.
Yep.
It's like, how long has this place been closed down? Because some of those animatronic props look way too fucking good. Like
Yeah.
Art's been keeping this shit under fucking like, like maintenance or something. But that would have been such a great, because the first movie we had that nice abandoned like building. It was so nice. And now we have this rundown Halloween attraction, which looked amazing. And they just didn't utilize it to its full potential like in the first movie.
Yeah, I think it would have served the movie well if there was some outside, like running and hiding around the machines and
Mm-hmm.
rides and stuff, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um, I think it would have served the movie well to do some stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
That
I,
or just the whole carnival itself, a
yeah,
whole rundown,
right.
like abandoned carnival
Yeah,
place.
yeah,
I think that would have been really nice. But yeah, let's talk about art moments, because those are my favorite things from this character. He's not Jason, he's not Freddy, he's not Michael, but Art has just specific art moments which I love. Okay, and the first one, it's the simple pizza shop. Every time Tara looks over to notice the Art, he's doing a weird face, and every time her friend looks back, he's just, you know,
mhm,
in this, they have some great ones.
yeah,
My favorite moment in this movie, and this is why when you hear my star ratings, because I can already tell where you're going. When you hear my star ratings, you're gonna go, what? It's because of this. The whole Halloween spirit store,
yeah,
when he's just trying on glasses and fucking around with things,
mhm.
is brilliant art shit.
That's more of that real world interaction that I was talking about,
Right.
like the laundromat.
Yeah.
Those moments are great,
Yes.
especially the Spirits Halloween one, where like I noticed he's kind of still doing the same like thing, but it's in a different tone than the first time he did it. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's got the different glasses on, whatever.
He's got the thing in his mouth. Hey,
Yeah,
if you do that, you pay for it, and then he
yeah,
just blows it out.
yeah,
And then something as simple as like he's fucking with her with the horn, and the guy comes and yells at her. He puts the horn down on the counter, and then she leaves,
yeah.
and he goes and he hits the closed and locks the door. And he's like, "Are you still here?" And he's like, "Buying the horn."
Mhm.
And then like he starts putting all the shit up on the fucking counter, and it's like,
Yeah,
you might want to run, dude. I
yeah,
don't think this
yeah,
is gonna
yeah,
turn out really good.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, he handed him bloody dollar bills.
right,
Like, I mean, yeah.
right.
But yeah, those moments are the great ones.
Yeah. Much
Him
better than
play
the dream sequence stuff where
oh
it's just
yeah,
like,
yeah, dude.
ugh.
Again, that shit, that's my only gripe. And it's a really, really, really big gripe of mine. I really didn't like it, but the rest of the movie was good. It was fun.
Yeah,
Like Felissa Rose was in it. That was cool. Um,
she got her $12.50 check,
Yeah, I mean, whatever. That was cool to see her though.
All right.
She was probably the best actor in the movie,
Just
outside of
like,
maybe the main girl.
uh,
Outside of her,
yeah,
that's like who else was good? That fucking annoying friend of what is it, Sienna? I kept calling her
yeah,
Sierra.
yeah,
But Sienna, like her
yes,
friend sucked. That fucking dude was like way nicer than her best friend or
yeah.
whatever. Like it was
It's like,
fucking
it's all
shitty.
right. It's right down the block.
And
Who
then you got
cares?
fucking dumb face boy that's always
Yeah. Yeah.
like
He
the
looks
entire
20.
fuck yeah.
He
Yeah,
looks
and they put
20.
like dumb glasses on him to make him look 13. Like
Yeah.
he's just
Obviously.
ripping cigarettes in between scenes. Like
Right. Yeah. This motherfucker. Just paying.
yeah.
Um, what do you call it? The mom was probably garnered the worst actress.
Yeah, but I still felt for her though. The shit she was like, I could tell like the
Right.
frustration she was having to show. I was like, okay, like
Yeah.
terrible job at acting it, but I get like the thing that
Yeah,
they're
I
portraying.
understand. And in my opinion, she does have like some of the best lines, especially with like the shaving cream and the broken pumpkin, just
Yeah,
like her car just is bitch, and
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like a geek out at that. But um yeah, acting, I wasn't expecting much, but then after I saw this and I watched the first one again, I realized that the actresses in the first movie are phenomenal.
yeah,
They are really like, they know, they get the joke. They
yeah.
understand that, okay, this is a horror movie,
Mhm.
you know, I know what to do. But this one tries to throw, I think, just way too much dialogue that's, kind of like, who cares? Who
That's what I'm saying.
cares?
I had to deal with these terrible actors pretending to have situations and family dynamics that were completely unnecessary in this movie.
Right.
That's the thing that bugs the fuck out of me about
Mm,
this. I don't need that. Terrifier don't need that. Art don't need that. Like make it simple. Like if this third one isn't like I know they're gonna have to put Dumb Boy and the girl back in the movie, I guess. But if this isn't like them like at like a in the winter time, like a Christmas time, like they're at like a ski resort and he just wreaks havoc on the ski resort.
hmm
Like if it's not something along those lines, like Black Christmas sneaking out in and out of rooms and shit like that, I'm good. Like it's so annoying that they're trying to push this story.
Yeah. I just think they're trying to make it either one of two things. Either A, we have more um we have more money, we can do more. So let's write things.
Yeah.
But we're not the best. And what made us in the first movie, we're moving away from that. We're looking at the future, not
Yeah.
behind, kind of. So
Bad move.
yes, it is. It's lazy. And it's kind of like, no, just, do what you've done, just do it more,
Hmm.
do it great. They didn't make fucking 19 fucking Jason movies with like us sitting there having to like solve fucking mysteries or something, fucking make it simple.
Yeah. Yeah. This is like Jason versus the psychic. That's what this is equivalent to. Like he's getting his like or any of the other girls really, he's getting his final girl that he has to fight now.
Right.
That's not what it was with these movies.
Right.
Or that's not what it was with the first one. That's what I want. I don't want him to face off against a Nancy or Sydney or some shit
Yeah.
like that. Like don't fucking no.
No
Just
final girl.
just
It's always,
murder, dude. Just murder.
it's about like Art the Clown is the bubonic plague. If the bubonic plague is around, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Make it like that, and make it still kind of like, I like how Art is resourceful. He's the MacGyver of fucking horror.
Yeah.
He like in the beginning of the fucking movie, he literally dumps out all the trash and takes all the goodies from the doctor's office.
Yeah.
And I enjoy that,
Yeah.
where he's making his own equipment.
Yeah.
I do enjoy that. And I think the clown like palette, the idea of, what we can do with the clown, really is like it's your fucking like bread and butter right there. Go crazy with that idea. Him being goofy,
Mm-hmm.
silent but goofy,
Yeah.
and kind of like, like, oh yeah, ha ha ha, it's a clown, like how clown.
Mhm.
You know how in Killer Clowns they were the one guy was doing the shadow puppets and there were a crowd of people and they just
Yeah.
got murdered by a shadow. I'm not
Mhm.
saying art should do that, but
Right, but play with that type
just
of idea.
kind of like dragging
Yeah,
people in with it's a clown. It's
yeah,
creepy as fuck, but it's a
yeah.
clown, you know. Hey, you
He's just
kind of
standing out on the street, like, juggling, 2 girls walk past, they're like, "Oh,
right,
cool," and he beats the shit out of 'em, kills them. Like, just art shit, like, just do
right.
art shit, like,
Yeah.
yeah. Alright. I
Um
well,
no,
anything else good about this movie?
props
Mhm.
perfect.
Yes.
I will
The
go the
music was
kills.
the music was fucking awesome.
The music's cool.
Yeah,
I
it
still like
fit the movie well.
the theme, I guess you could
Yeah,
say, the
yeah,
theme.
yeah. But
Especially
I like that fucking retro wave fucking synth shit. So,
yeah, yeah.
and it works good
That
for
was for
party scenes
her.
and
That
shit.
was for her to show her like, the one actress. Like she always had that synth pop playing. But when art was around, it was always the theme from the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
movie,
yeah,
which I love that. So you have set decorations perfect. Horror, I will go horror perfect. It's still,
yeah,
it still embodies that, over the over the fucking like you got to make it more, I
right.
understand that. Or fucking real simple. I'm just gonna shoot you in the face.
Hmm.
Um yeah, I'll give it that. The art stuff, great. The
Yeah.
whole
Evolution of art interacting in the
the
real world.
laundromat.
Yeah.
That's great.
Mhm.
It's just that the new things that were added, like if you were to cut this up with the first one, you could see like a night and day.
Yeah.
And like, do we need to add a spirit girl that looks like art? No. Do we need to
Nah,
add
but it was cool. It was fine. I didn't mind that.
it's just like the eyes glowing and shit. That's what my
Yeah,
brain was just like.
yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that too. Whatever. Like, it's not the smartest move, but like him mentally having a companion to like kind of teach or, mentor or something into crazy. But
Right.
all in all, like the girl is like the
If it
demon.
was a real girl,
Right,
yeah,
right, right.
it
Yeah.
would be great. Like, oh, Art captured this kid, and or like, I mean, we really don't even know what Art is
We don't know
anyway.
what the girl is either. So,
Right. I
well,
mean,
because, all right, so the description of the movie says Art the clown, the killer, whatever, is resurrected by an evil entity.
okay,
So he was probably a human, just psycho human dude
right.
in the first one, and then the little girl resurrects him, or something, right? But then that gets into the, no, I'm not
Yeah,
doing it. I'm
it's
not,
too
no,
complicated. Let's not explain why
like,
Art keeps coming back. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
don't explain it. If you
yeah,
don't explain it, or if you don't try to throw a
yeah,
fucking synopsis to it, who gives a shit?
yeah,
Why did Jason come back every fucking movie? Who
right,
gives a shit?
yeah,
Just sit there,
yeah,
enjoy fucking
yeah,
the movie.
yeah,
So yeah, don't explain to me why that's there. If you want Art to be mentally possessed by a little girl and stuff, cool. Don't explain why the little girl is there. Oh no,
they definitely didn't.
it was the
That will be a
girl who
mistake.
died on the Terrifier.
Oh, okay.
Remember
Yeah.
the 20-year-old
Oh,
string
okay.
bean?
Yeah, no, I totally forgot all about that. But
Yeah, he
yes.
was like, "Is it the little girl that's dead on the?" Like
Yeah,
don't
yeah, yeah.
explain it.
I
If you,
forgot all about that. My
yeah,
brain was trying to help me.
because there's so much stuff that they have to explain to us.
Right. That's what I'm
Like
saying.
that's
That's how the
doesn't mean
movie,
anything.
right. And
You
that's
know,
how, like, if this shit continues, they're gonna have to explain, like, oh, what was the mental repercussions of all this? How traumatized are they? Derp
right,
derp der. No. New set of people, murder, movie over.
right.
Like,
Anything else,
no,
Jacob? Is this a kill or a thrill?
it's a kill.
Is it really? Wow.
No, no, I'm joking. No, it's a throw. It's a
Okay.
throw. It's still, I mean, it's still fucking Terrifier.
Right. It's still Terrifier. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely a thrill movie. Cult classic?
I hope not.
No, I'm going no.
I
The
hope
first
this
one
is a
is
forgotten sequel.
yeah, the first one is a very cult classic. I think the
Yes.
second one is it got
It
really
will be down
popular.
the line, like when Terrifier 4 is out or 5 is out, and
Right.
everybody's like, yeah, 1, 3, 4, 5 are dope. Then
Yeah.
like
Good. I'm
Terrifier
glad to
2
be
will be
living in
there.
this
Yeah.
universe right now where I get to go through another one of these.
Yeah.
All right, gonna go see it in the theater.
I did.
Okay. Nah,
I did. I tried to get you to go, and you're like,
nah,
man,
nah,
I
nah.
think it will be
Going
good
all
on
the
the
way up
small screen.
fucking Northern Virginia. I'm good. Uh
What? I watched it right next to your house.
no, Terrifier 2. I thought it was in Alexandria.
I watched it right next to your house.
Okay, well have fun. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did. I did. It
Was
was
it
me
the
and 6
last
other people.
was it the last fucking theater or was it a decent sized theater?
It was in a smaller theater,
Yeah.
but there was only 8 people in it, and 2 people left during the pot during the
Who the fuck
throw.
brought a baby in here?
It was like older people. They were like easily 70s.
Right,
I don't
right.
know what the
We
fuck they
like
were doing.
spooky movies.
Yeah.
Um,
Not the one,
all right.
guys, but
All right, Jacob, what are you starring this one?
I'm gonna go 4.5 because I would say 5, but that plot line will not allow me to give it a 5. So
Wow,
4,
that's
4.5.
that's hilarious that you like totally bashed the hell out of this, gave it 4.5. I kind of enjoyed a little bit of it, like moments. I'm only
I
going 4.
enjoyed, yeah, I enjoyed all of it except for that. Like
Right,
the idea of that upsets me.
right, right.
The movie's still good. It's just I roll my eyes during the dream sequence, and I fucking hate she falls into some random pit
Pit,
and
yeah,
then comes up with the
magical
sword and the
powers.
song. Yeah. No,
No,
that is
no,
the thing that I don't like. All the
right,
way around it is a great movie.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm giving it 4. I'm gonna drop a star for it because of just how much I like the first one.
Yeah.
Still think it's great, but
Yeah. I'm
it's a
not going to
4-star
hold the
movie.
first one against the second one. That's not fair. I'm not this isn't a versus. It's
Right,
just a review of Terrifier 2. So
right, right.
I'm
And it's a 4-star movie
cool.
or 4.5. But
For me,
it's a
it's
4.
4.5, but
Right,
yes.
it's a 4 for me.
Right.
So, yeah. All right.
Yeah.